come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a long-awaited episode of the Jimnasium. As always, it's me, XFL Jim.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
My internet is slow. It's being weird, and I don't like it, but also, I'm joined by the man himself. It is Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sesame. That time it worked, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
That time
right
it worked. And we're kind of rebranding what the show is. We're just kind of here to shoot the shit. Chase hasn't watched, any football. I've barely watched, I watched, watched both college games.
Yeah.
I watched both college games this weekend. Fantastic. Loved them both. I watched a little bit of Wild Card Weekend for the NFL. I'm not currently watching the game. I don't care how the Vikings choose to lose their playoff game.
They got tragic magic working against them hardcore, man.
It's hardcore tragic magic, too. It's strong.
Yeah. It's strong tragic magic.
That's barely avoided them, by the way. I was I got back a week from Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And those fires started, Tuesday? Last Tuesday?
Oh, wow. Was that your fault? Did you do that?
No, because I was in Long Beach, so I wasn't in I visited the problem area because I saw was it Kramer that posted a picture of the SGPN office because I drove into that neighborhood because my favorite donut place in Los Angeles. I guess if you want to I'll just get right into the trip.
Yeah.
So we fly in. Girlfriend's first flight, by the way. She enjoyed it. We kind of landed in Long Beach a little rough, but. I rented a car because we were gonna get there early before the cruise, and I was gonna be like, we'll rent a car. I'll show you around Los Angeles. We'll hit up some of my favorite spots. Went to the donut shop, which is in Eagle Rock, which is where their studio is. So I saw that whole block and everything.
Right.
The donut shop was closed.
Oh.
So
undone or just
no. They were closed for the holidays. They closed right before Christmas, and they weren't going to reopen until after New Year's. Because I was there on the 27th. I got there on the 27th.
I feel like that's prime, bringing donuts to the office, time of year, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Right in the I recently heard this branded the week between Christmas and New Year's is the Christmas Gooch.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Gooch.
I always just called it a black hole because nothing ever, nothing. Even when I do work during that time, nothing gets done. It's the least productive time of the year, hands down.
Right.
But I went, donut place closed. So I was like, well, that sucks ass. Yeah. She wanted to go to Hollywood. We went down to Hollywood. We drove through Hollywood. And then we went to the Wax Museum in Hollywood. So we actually got out. And that's in prime Hollywood. So you're when you're walking up from our parking garage into the actual Wax Museum, you do see all the craziness of Hollywood Boulevard, which was fun.
And
you get to smell the street dogs.
You sexually groped just a good number of wax celebrities. Literally,
you didn't even see them all.
A strong roster, a very strong roster.
So one of the ones that one of the gropings. I forget which. It was one of the silver studio era of Madame Tussauds, where it's the silver screen people. There was a lady that I groped where I was behind her and I had my hands over her chest. Well, on the cruise you could pay for pictures, and me and my lovely girlfriend decided to recreate that picture to get it framed.
Yes,
for the two of us.
Beautiful.
But we did that, and then we were gonna go to my favorite Korean barbecue place. Surprise, surprise, I should have known. I was still disappointed, but I should have known. It's a fucking Friday night. Of course it's going to be it was an hour and a half wait. They don't do reservations, hour and a half wait. And I'm like, okay. Normally, I would be okay waiting for this because I know how good it is and I know how much I like it.
Right.
No shot is she waiting an hour and a half. So
Sure.
we scrap that idea. We go to In-N-Out, also delicious, also hit the spot, and then we go back to the hotel. And then chilled. That was the extent of what we got to see of LA. It was fun. I actually ended up going to another old neighborhood of mine for the In-N-Out, like closer to the beach. So that was fun. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm like recognizing this. I didn't even mean to go over here. This is cool though. And then went back to the hotel, chilled out, and then the next day we went on a Carnival cruise.
Yeah, man, you look like you like with the mullet and the mustache, and also I guess with your choice of clothing, you really kind of looked like a member of the cartel, like a mid-level player, at best.
Yeah, I think especially when I was wearing jeans and stuff. When I was wearing the corduroy in Puerto Vallarta, yes,
Yeah,
I did. I got a lot of looks. The only thing I should have had a chain.
You could have rocked the Pit Vipers too.
Could have rocked the Pit Vipers. I could have had a chain. Definitely could have had a chain because it seems like Mexico is entirely made out of silver shops.
A chain with some like praying hands or like La Santa Muerte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet I could have got one.
That's actually kind of fly. I kind of want a chain with La Santa Muerte now.
That would go hard.
Yeah,
because
that would be pretty sick.
So our first stop, we get like a bus tour, and he's like, "I'm gonna take you to the silver shop that not all the tourists go to. I'm gonna take you to the spot that not all the tourists go to." Spoiler alert: we went to where all the tourists go to.
Yeah, right.
The only spot we went to that didn't have tourists was because one of the people in our family wanted to go to Walmart, so we went to Walmart for 40 minutes.
Dude.
And I got to go in
a Walmart in Mexico.
It was just me and him that went in, and guess what? It's just like a fucking American Walmart, except everything's in Spanish. It's crazy. The layout's different, and it smells a little weird, but that was about it.
But that's Mexico.
I will say Breaking Bad got it right. When you walk into Walmart, it is very yellow. It's very like sepia tone in the Walmart.
Okay. It looks like a scene out of Traffic or something that.
Dude, it looks like every single like FX or Netflix show or anything that takes place in Mexico, where they just make it sepia tone.
Yeah, yeah.
But we went there to get some booze and some pharmaceuticals and whatnot. And that we were there. It's just as bad as America. We waited 45 minutes in line.
Did you get pharmaceuticals?
No, I wish. You weren't allowed to do them on the cruise. The cruise was like very strictly no weed.
Yeah, for sure.
Which coming out of Long Beach is kind of weird.
Yeah, I get it. Like places where you can smoke weed just kind of stink now. Like,
That too. Especially, I think they're a family oriented. Like there was kids everywhere, so maybe they wanted that aspect of it too. But we did that, and then we went to a tequila tasting, which was awesome on an empty stomach.
Oof. But did you have some good like sipping tequila?
Yes, it was all good. It was all very good.
Do you like the dark ones, the reposados,
So the last time I had done like a tequila tasting was, if you've watched the XFL Gym YouTube channel, those of you who might remember when I taste tested the Rocks tequila.
Yeah, I do.
That shit was disgusting.
I'm sure.
And
Chase Hermanes.
Yeah, it was not good. But this one, I liked the Reposado. That one was good. They had a 3-year aged one that was really good. And they had one at the end. They had a little mezcal with a little scorpion in it.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Yeah. And then we went to the beach. We went to the beach at the first stop. We went to the beach. I shit you not. Maximum of 15, 20 minutes we spent at the beach.
I'm not a big beach person.
I fucking really love the beach. Dude,
you strike me as a beach person.
You plop a chair down, you look at the ocean, and you either get high, you get drunk, you do whatever, but you just look at the ocean for like 10 hours and nothing else, and you kind of feel good about yourself.
You know what I've been trying to do, Jim? Since the whole drone thing started, is I've been trying to go out and observe the sky every night for like 10 minutes.
I love doing that. I wish I lived more out in the country because even in my small like podunk fucking town, we still have light pollution.
Right.
But like when I go out to the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, if I go to like central or western Nebraska or northern
Yeah.
Nebraska, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's I haven't seen shit. I've just been staring at stars
Yeah.
and like asking them to do something crazy, and they haven't yet.
I just kind of like in the night, I'll just get up and stare at the black sky and just ponder.
Yeah, it's a good thinking sky you got in
It's
Nebraska.
a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Did you hear about the drone in Los Angeles? The guy who like his drone hit a plane.
Oh, I think I saw something about
Yeah,
that.
the dude's drone who hit like one of the like Canadian firefighting planes or something.
Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. Man, I tell you, I bought way into the whole alien invasion thing, Jim, and it did pan out. It didn't look like a
Did we figure out what they were ever?
I've got a lot of theories. I'm not going to hijack the show.
We'll have to do another episode on the drones and theories.
Just straight up. We'll just do a straight up like UFO drone.
Chase, when we get into bracket season, if we're still doing like some bracket season episodes, we'll have to do a bracket of like conspiracy theories.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out Herb on the YouTube, my man.
Herb, you're a real one. What do you think of the fresh?
It's a good cut.
Beard? Yeah.
I come back and you've got like a whole new like fit going on.
Yeah, I've just kind of turned into a member of House of Pain.
If I'm going, yeah.
Jump around.
If I'm going positives of the cruise, not paying for alcohol was sick. Technically, we prepaid for it because we did the package.
Yeah.
But not having to pay and getting to drink as much as I wanted was sick.
Yeah. And yet, did you have ready access to smokes and everything?
No. That was going to be one of the negatives. The entire trip, the week I was there, I smoked 2 cigarettes. And man,
that had to be rough on you because you smoke a lot.
I do. It was probably all in all good for me. Because I've been back now, and I've been kind of like not pushing fully back in. Like I've been smoking,
right?
But I haven't been like going fucking crazy.
Right.
Like obviously I haven't been drinking as much, that was probably another bonus that I wasn't smoking and drinking because that's just the worst combo.
Yeah, that feels rough in the morning whenever you're just
like because when I'm drinking, it's chain smoking.
Oh, totally. 100%.
Yeah. But that was like the drinking was awesome. The not smoking was not, especially on the fact that like my girlfriend and her family were being a little stressful on the trip with like wanting to do stuff, and then people would argue because there was her parents paid for the trip, but there was like 9 of us total.
Oh wow!
So it was like a big party, and just trying to like organize all those people and like, get everyone on the same page.
To agree to dude, it's so hard with my in-laws, with like my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my wife, like getting all 3 of them to agree to do like one thing at any given time is because 2 of them like the idea, 1 of them fucking hate it.
Yep,
and you multiply it by 3, and that's tough.
That's kind of how it was. Jeff has any tornadoes with the free booze? No, because none of them were bottles. All the beer, like all the actual. So it was like I was cocktail city. It was like vodka, soda, gin and tonic, and then like daiquiris, pina coladas all day, every day.
I can imagine you just smelling like a Christmas tree, sweating out that gin on a fucking cruise.
I definitely did.
Sweating it into that corduroy.
Oh, it felt good. It felt so good. And all that, like the beer was just cans. 0 bottles whatsoever.
Were they the aluminum bottles, the num-nums, as I like to call them?
No. I mean, maybe if I got a Coors, I think I saw a couple Coors Lights that had
I feel
those.
Like you got a Michelob Ultra or something.
But I was always like, the only beer I'm getting on the cruise was Corona.
It makes sense.
I was like, I'm just wanting a Corona with lime. Like, I'm not going to do the actual stuff. And I didn't really want to get beer because I wanted to use my drink package. So I'm just like, well, a beer's like $7 or $8, but a cocktail's $13. They're both free. I'm just going to drink the cocktail.
Drink the cocktail, always. Long Island iced teas, maximize.
And
like,
if
have them owing you money at the end of the cruise, you know?
And on the cigarette front, like Chase knows what I smoke. I like Lucky Strikes. The other thing is, I guess this trip turned me off the Camel Blues because I tried smoking a Camel Blue when I got back because I had a pack. And I was like, oh, this is disgusting.
That was my thing, though. Yeah.
I know. Like, I liked them in Vegas when we did them, but I tried it and I was like, this is disgusting. But the only way you could buy... The only thing you could buy... I still think they're fine. The only thing you could buy...
Flavor Town.
You had to buy cigarettes by the carton. So you couldn't buy a pack. And it's like $60 for a carton, give or take, roughly. But it's like, if I wanted a carton, it was like, if I would get a carton, I'm going to want like Lucky Strike, because that's what I smoke.
Right.
Right. They had, you could do Newports.
Nice.
You could do Marlboro Reds, which like, I like Marlboro Reds, but like, that's a lot of Marlboro Reds.
I've seen you smoke a red or two.
Yeah, that's a lot of Reds. You could do Camel Crush.
Yes.
the college classic. And then we're
not telling you to do cocaine, but we're kind of telling you to do cocaine.
Yeah, a little bit. And then there was like two other ones, and you could do Marlboro menthols, and then there was one other one. And I was like, I don't want a carton of any of these.
Salem's, something like that.
Something. And then there was like, maybe I'll do a cigar, but then I'd have to buy a lighter. It's a whole deal.
And lighter and a cutter and all that stuff. Yeah.
What I do regret what I regret not doing is, especially in Cabo, because they were everywhere, is going to a fucking pharmacy and just buying a shitload of pain meds.
Yeah, that seems pretty.
Because when we came back, we didn't even go through customs.
Man, that's crazy.
They didn't check anything.
That's you missed just an excellent opportunity to be a self-employed mule. You know,
no, I was just like, just for us, just for like personal use. I was like, yeah, I would love to buy like 2 packs of whatever.
Yeah, I've seen so many episodes of Contraband, like confiscated at the border on like Nat Geo, to know that like they never, the show's never about cruise ships. It's never
always
about
planes.
It's about planes, and it's always about cars at the.
Yep.
They don't care about you white people getting off your cruise.
They did not give a fuck, dude. I was telling my girl, because she wanted to get a bunch of stuff. She wanted to get like a bunch of pain meds for her back, because like, for those of you who don't know, her back's super fucked up. She wanted to get like Xanax just for the fuck of it. I was like, yeah, why not?
You could have just gotten some boner pills just for it.
We could have just gotten a whole bunch of stuff.
The fancy ones that have like old people in like bathtubs in front of the sunset, like boner pills, you know?
The real ones.
And
also, if you went by what the cruise is showing, Mexico's like 70% silver stores and 30% gift shops.
Okay. I could see
the areas where we got dropped off, that's basically all it was.
Yeah. My only like experience with places like this was like one cruise in like high school, and then also just like going to the islands with my parents, and just like whenever the cruises came into town, like everyone was just like funneled to like specific places, and it's like wear the sticker that says I'm on a cruise and you'll get special deals, and no, you fucking won't.
The way I would say it now is, especially Cabo, the area that we were in Cabo, is if you've been to any touristy spot anywhere where it's just old gift shops and jewelry stores, guess what? That's that. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
The cruise itself was fine. Like, the food was fine. It was fine. Yeah. It was fine. And then there was a casino on board, which was fun.
Did you hit it up?
I did. Every night.
How'd you do?
I did all right. Lost some money night one just on some slots. And then I got real into craps. I was playing craps like all the time.
Nice. Were you playing my strategy with the come bets and the...
I was starting to a little bit. I was starting to establish the come bet a little bit. I was getting in on it.
I'm a comeback guy.
They're fun. Dude, it's so fun.
You get multiple points working and everything, you know? Then you can start bullshitting on like hard eights and shit.
And you just like, there's a lot going on, but everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I would do a cruise again for a long while.
Yeah. And then you got sick.
Yeah, so we fly back a week from yesterday, a week from Sunday, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be such a productive, like, 3 days. I've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm taking off. No, sorry, I have Monday and Tuesday I'm taking off work. I'm gonna get so much done here, and then I get sick like Sunday evening, and then I'm in bed. I was in bed for like 3 days straight. Didn't do anything.
Dude,
And
you
because my phone wasn't like I didn't use my phone on the cruise at all because I just had it off the entire time. Wasn't used to having my phone out, so I just had my phone on like in like the other room the entire 3 days.
dude, so we went from like talking to you and you're like, I got a little cold coming back from the cruise and like yeah, I'll be good to go to like hearing absolutely nothing. Like you posting absolutely nothing on social media, which like the
Oh,
social media thing I can get, like, okay, maybe sometimes, but like the not responding to like messages or anything. And like, I don't know, it was the morning that we were supposed to do one of the streams, and like Eric, like I texted Eric, I was like, should we be worried at this point? And he was like, I was just about to text you the exact same thing. Like we were like, dude, like, hey, no social media, no messages. We don't.
yeah,
Like,
I think that was like the Thursday before, like the Thursday stream, right?
yeah, we're like, did he get
'Cause we
into a wreck?
That's right, because we were recording it Wednesday night.
Because like one of my fears is like that, like something happens to me and like my wife doesn't know how to like get in contact with everyone.
I
Like,
have that too. I have that too.
and people are just like, oh, he died. Oh, like 6 months ago. Oh, it'd be like how when I, when they finally let
Like-
people know that like MF Doom died.
I was gonna, yeah.
But yeah, so we decide, yeah, we're worried. Like I try to call you, no answer, and then your voicemail box is full, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I need to fix that. I got a lot of like cable spam stuff in there.
And like Uncle Rico was like, "Where does he live?" And he kept saying Grand Junction, which was funny, and I didn't correct him. I just let him kept calling it Grand Junction. And I was like, he's like, "Where's he live?" I was like, "No, he lives in Minden now." They're like, "Do we know how to get a hold of his parents?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe." And we sleuthed that shit out. I was like, "Okay." I was like,
I'm
"All
gonna
right."
ask you offline how.
No, I'm gonna tell you now. No, or you probably don't want. Or do you want this out there? Do you care?
I mean, I don't think too many people call them. It's fine.
Yeah. So we were like, hold on. Okay, so his dad works in this industry in Minden. There's only like 2,000 people in Minden. There's no way there's like that many people with the same last name that are in the same industry. So Uncle Rico finds the address for that. I Google map it from the sky to make sure it's the garage, and I could see the hot tub on the back porch and the big field across the street. I was like, that's it. And I see I get the phone number and I call your fucking dad and I leave a fucking voicemail. It's like, hey.
Yeah, he let me know about it.
I was wondering, like, okay, one, what did your dad say to you about this? Like, I never spoke to him. I only left him 2 voicemails, and I can only imagine, like, I was just like bothering him and taking time out of his day, and you just heard him, and he was like,
No, he was just kind of like, he was chuckling about it with me. He's like, yeah, your friend was worried about you. I didn't know who it was at first, and then he remembered the name. And then he was asking how I was doing, because I hadn't really talked with him since I've been back either.
Yeah.
And he just told me to stay away from him because I was sick.
There we go. That's good. Of course, he wasn't like worried in the slightest, but here I am on the phone, like,
No.
voice quivering. Oh, have you seen?
Dude, I'd be worried. I get it, though, because if I didn't hear from you for like days, I'd be worried about you, too.
I shade out for days for every now and then.
Yeah, but like you'll still respond to like a DM or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Like usually you and me will like respond to DMs from each other. Whether it's like hours after the fact or not, we'll still like consistently respond.
Speaking of DMs to each other, thoughts on White Yoda?
Scary.
I love White Yoda.
But I love it.
White Yoda is like a son to me now. I love White Yoda.
Does that imply the existence of other colors of Yoda?
I don't know. Like, is there like a swarthy Yoda
Yeah,
or like
like an olive skinned Yoda.
yeah, Italian Yoda.
I don't know how Italian Yoda would work, but
Italian
also
Yoda would just kind of look like a Dracula, I think.
I think so. Yeah, being sick for like 4 days sucked last week. I'm
Yeah,
still
it's
getting
not like-
over it. Like I still have like a shit in my throat.
Do you think you had the bird flu? The
I
new
don't think
fancy
it was
bird
that.
flu?
I don't think it was the bird flu. I don't know what it was, if I'm being honest. Like it sucked though, because I wasn't like for the most part I was coughing a decent amount, but it
Yeah.
was I'd go from hot to cold, just over and over, and I was exhausted all day.
Yeah.
Like me and my girlfriend both had it, so we would like I would wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, just lay in bed awake till about 7 in the morning. Then I'd make breakfast. And then we just lay in bed, do nothing. And then from like 2 to like 9 p.m., I'd sleep, wake up, and then
Yeah.
just kind of go right back to sleep.
Dude, whenever see, I get the crazy like sleepy like fever chill sick. Like
Yeah.
whenever my wife and kids get sick, it's always like some crazy stomach bug that they all have and like everyone is throwing up at the exact same time.
I had that too. I had that not too long ago. I had that around like Thanksgiving time, like after Thanksgiving. We had the 24-hour flu. It was like some novel virus thing where it was just
Oh,
peeing out my
yeah,
butt, peeing
yeah.
out of my mouth, just like constantly.
I've only been sick like that like one time in recent memory where I'm like both in double evac.
It sucks. It sucks so hard. But
Well, I'm glad you're looking peaked. You know,
I'm feeling
Well,
good.
not peaked, you're-
I'm ready. I'm ready to attack 20. Dude, I'm ready to make 2025 a really big year for the garage. Just me. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I feel that same commitment to my show, to my podcast this year. I'm pumped. Like I'm making moves. We're getting stuff done.
2025 is gonna be a big year for us, Chase. I can feel it.
Let's go.
I honestly, I don't know how many episodes we're gonna do because we're both busy guys, but I can't wait till bracket season. That was some of the most fun I had doing brackets last year.
Dude, the movie bracket was still under. I feel like we should run the movie bracket back.
We could definitely run the movie movie bracket back. That's an easy one. And every once in a while, my phone recommends my own videos to me, like in shorts, and it's like, oh, kids' names versus ISIS.
Kids Names versus ISIS. Yeah,
Always,
Yeah.
always a classic.
yeah. It was Boogie Nights. It's always going to be Boogie Nights.
It was always gonna be Boogie Nights. We'll have to do. We can't include any of the same movies.
Oh, that's going to be really tough.
I think we should. We should. We can't include any of the same movies.
That's
It's gonna be a big year.
It's going to be a big year. We should start on that list now because that's going to be tougher than we think.
We definitely should. So everyone, go follow this man out of Oaklawn everywhere. Follow the Notorious OTB everywhere you can find podcasts. And now on YouTube.
Now on YouTube.
Follow me at XFL Jim everywhere. Big announcements coming up. Honestly, probably this weekend. I got a big announcements coming up. So stay tuned for that. We love you guys. We'll see you next time, whenever it may be, for another fun-loving episode of the Jimnasium. Bye-bye, everybody.